Hey, good afternoon, traders. Gil here from GTraderPro with your Sunday weekly preview. Last week was a really continued powerful week as we've been talking here, as I've been talking at GTraderPro and on my Sunday video broadcast. If you've been watching and paying attention for the last couple of months, I have really kind of been preaching and pounding the table about continued advance in the equities, making new all-time highs. They would continue to make all-time highs into July and August, and it's not over yet. Other than ordinary pullbacks, we absolutely 100% expect to see higher highs achieved here in the weeks and potentially months ahead, even until we get into perhaps September. So we are on the lookout for opportunities, not only for intraday trading, but for our swing traders as well. Any of you options traders who are looking for longer term opportunities, swing trades, multi-day, multi-week, certainly want to make note. So again, last week was a really powerful week. Last Sunday I talked about this advance was coming and pullbacks early in the week would be opportunities on the long side. We did very little last week on the short side in the live rooms and in our intraday trading. We focused heavily on continuing to buy pullbacks, and we did quite well. If you happen to, as a side note, go check out our Discord channel, GTraderPro. Come into Discord, it's completely free. Log in, come in, subscribe, and check out our trading calendar where you'll see our daily results posted. Again, nothing, no hype, no glamour, nothing crazy, just steady progress for prop traders to show prop traders and illustrate to prop traders how to make slow, steady, sequential progress with very little drawdowns and get, whether it's past that eval the right way or whether it's get to payout status and keep that payout status coming. So check that out. In the meantime, let's take a look at the four equities that we follow here each and every week, and then we'll move on to crude and gold in just a minute. Let's talk about the Nasdaq, really big leadership index, obviously, as we all know. And if you love the Nasdaq and you're trading the Nasdaq, again, it's been really fantastic. We've done a great job last week of trading it live in our live room. So here's what I've got as our major areas for the Nasdaq for this upcoming week. We may get a gap up. We'll see. The next levels of importance that I expect to see achieved, whether it's immediately or after a pullback that I'll talk about here briefly, 23,600 to 23,700. This is not a range. These are two specific prices that we'll look for with continued upside. So we once again broke out, made new all-time highs. This market continues to make new highs almost on a daily, regular basis. Pullbacks are bullish pullbacks. And this is why we get long on them. We have potentially put in a little bit of a temporary pause here. Don't really want to call it a top, but just a temporary pause. We could see some pullback into this consolidation area. This would be a bullish pullback for us to come back down. These have been some of our key levels that we've been utilizing here, 210, 233, and 260. Again, not a range, but three very specific prices that we've used actually quite well going back to, this is Tuesday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This was the pullback I talked about. They did punch up on Monday, so last Sunday I talked about even if they rally, there will be a pullback. This was the pullback, and it came late Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning, so to speak. First, we did get that gap up on Monday, then the pullback. I wasn't 100% sure if they would go higher before we got the pullback. They did, but this was the pullback opportunity that we were looking for. In much the same way, coming into Sunday night, Monday, we may see that same thing where they gap up to these two key prices, which would, again, likely give us a nice shorting opportunity just temporarily. But if we don't move up to these prices and we come down instead, we're going to look once again for this pullback to create a bullish opportunity for us, especially, of course, during pit hours. Pit hours, most important to me. Globex is Globex. Pit hours are really what we like to see testing these key levels. So tomorrow morning, we'll see where we're at. But these are the two key areas for us coming into the week. I'll be looking for a modest pullback, find support, good hourly closes above 210 will confirm that, and we'll want to get long. Of course, we'll take profits along the way. These would be the next major targets on the upside for the NQ. Again, maybe not huge this week, but a slow, steady progression to the upside, what we're looking for, after potentially a modest temporary intraday pullback. We'll talk about the S&P, then I really want to talk about a very interesting Russell. So here's the S&P on a 60-minute chart. This was one of our levels we've been talking about, 64.30. They ran up there beautifully on Friday. We alerted traders on Friday that any move above 64.20 was bullish, and here they are moving up here into the second hour of the day, basically in that first 120, moving up to 64.20 and then moving beyond it. And they did move up to the slightly higher price at 64.30. In much the same way as the Nasdaq, I spoke last week about an early pullback. Again, like the Nasdaq, instead they punched up. We talked about these two levels last Sunday, that 72 and 83, 78, 83 was going to be accomplished on the upside. I believe last week I also talked to you about 63.93. We achieved that price level on Wednesday. So this was the pullback we wanted to take advantage of. I said on Sunday of last week there'd be a minor pullback, and again, they rallied first, then pulled back. We took advantage of pullbacks every day last week for this advance. Worked out really nice. Now, if we get continued resistance here at 64.30, this would not be surprising to see this create the pullback into this little consolidation area. I would love to see the opportunity, get the opportunity to get a pullback. 64.14 down to 64.04. We have a kind of, you could see it as a range of 4 independent prices. These are 4 independent prices in a 10-point range. This would be important on this pullback. If this 64.04 did not contain the pullback, we would fully expect to get down here into the 78 to 72 range, which would make for what I believe to be a fantastic setup for firming up and a bottom. But first things first, we'll see if we can get this pullback into this area early in the week. We'll probably take advantage of the long side here for a bounce. 64.30 remains important. If tonight or tomorrow we get a gap up, I just want you to know the next price on the upside is 64.40 to 64.45. That's where they'll go next. That price too should create a little bit of a pullback, just like you see here, mild pullback on an intraday basis. That should create a little bit of a intraday, short-term kind of a scalp opportunity for perhaps 8, 10, 12 points, perhaps all the way back down to 30 for a nice little opportunity. So watch that if you're watching in the markets Sunday evening or Monday. I really want to now move over to the Russell, which has gotten really exciting and interesting. If you're a Russell trader, I'm going to point out basically these two prices I've spoken about over the last several weeks, 22.93 and 22.05. As you may recall from recent weeks, I've spoken quite a bit about maintaining a very bullish posture above 22.05. And the market now since the 1st of July, the entire month, has been closing daily above 22.05. And I've said repeatedly in these videos that doing so remains the most bullish. And we've continued to have minor pullbacks, push it up to the next level, minor pullbacks, push it up. If we can get a daily close at any point in time during the course of this week above 22.93, it starts another leg all the way to 64.26. That's a nice 125, 126 point move. Not all in one bite, not all in one day, but that's the next leg up. It does require us to start to see some daily closes, at the least a daily close above 22.95, 22.96. All right, but overall, as long as we're above 22.05, we continue to look for buying pullbacks. This is again on a longer term swing trade basis. Ideally now the market would hold 22.42 and not even see 22.05 again. This would be even more bullish to continue to hold above 22.46. And this is almost all but assured that this market wants to go there. It's just a question of sequencing and time. But if you're a long-term options trader and you get an opportunity to buy something that you like on the pullback, that's going to be a wonderful target. I'm really getting excited about the prospects going forward for the Russell. The YM, same basic idea as the Russell. You can see how contained they are between my two key levels. I've been talking about basically 45,200 and this level down here, 44,000. This is very important containment. You can see that they have stayed range bound, really not consolidating. A nice pullback, another advance. This is critical. With a close above 40, I'm going to call it 45,200 and just pad it a little bit. With a close above there, it's not huge, but another 600-point advance to 45.8. The exact price, 45.836, that they would get to. I continue to stay very optimistic and very bullish on the Dow. I want to see it hold 44,420, 44,400. That would be nice to see hold on any pullbacks. Best case, we don't break below 44,777. Call it 777. I think that's a good number right there. Most bullish to continue to hold and close daily above that level. Once they break this level and can close above it, just like they have here, you begin to see that the next move up another 600 points is underway, and they will get to that target under that condition. So if you like the YM and you're a YM trader, especially again on a swing trade basis, watch out for that. The other two markets, gold and crude, I'm going to save crude for last because it's really been fantastic for us here at GTrader. And but let's start with gold first, briefly. As you may know from last week, I've been talking very specifically about gold getting back to 44.03. As long as it held 32.80, it was inevitable that they would get here. And every time the market has rallied and pulled back, we've been buying it. And so here last Friday, I spoke again, ideally they would hold 33.20, 33.23. We spoke very specifically, and we instructed our traders in gold, who are swing traders, to buy gold at 33.23 to 33.23 to 33.16. That was a very specific price mentioned last Monday. We can see that they tested this on Thursday and Friday, and as you know, there they went. That has been our first target of 33.84. And if you go back and listen to last Sunday's video, I told you that they would absolutely, very much so, eventually get to 34.03. That was going to get hit. It was just a matter of sequencing and time, and they hit it, closed above it, and then dipped right back below it. So this maintains a very critical price level. Now, we've come back all the way to 33.23, so it made for a very nice pullback. These two prices coming into this week, I'll give it 33.23 down to about 16, 17. This low over here, very important. We maintain that. Gold is still in very good shape, and once again, they're going to be attracted right back up into this price zone of 33.84 to 34.05. So that's something you'll want to watch for. Excuse me. Lastly, crude oil. Just been really a fantastic, really exciting market, especially once again for swing traders. We instructed our traders last week that as they came up, that first of all, that being back above 65.11.15 and holding 65.15 last week on a closing basis, crude would absolutely go back to 66.53. And we told them that early last week. Crude had sold off. Here they came down. Here they are on Wednesday the 23rd. And we can see what's happening here on the 24th. So again, they came down here. They rallied. They declined. They firmed up down here. And on Wednesday morning, I instructed our traders live that with crude holding 65.15 on a daily closing basis, and you can see here that they closed the day above it, that crude would go to 66.56, a very specific price given out. And there it is. So that was a great long trade given out on Wednesday during the course of the week. Now we're sitting right at this very critical 65.15 level. They closed Friday at the end of the day just below it. This is very critical. If crude is going to now begin to close daily below 65.15, right there, then what this does is begins a trend, much like you see to the upside. Closing daily below this level begins a downtrend to my $63.40 price. This price will happen, absolutely will happen, if we continue to see daily closes below 65.15. That is the prerequisite. So if you're trading crude and you're looking for a bias or a swing trade, you're watching Monday's close. If it maintains below 65.15 and we close below it, that trend is underway to 63.40. That will happen. And that'll be the next stopping point and a inflection point before we get down to $61. So this is our next really important objective for crude. Now that the upside has been completed, this 65.15 is vitally important for you to watch. And we will take our trades during the week referencing 65.15 and how they handle that. So there's your wrap up for the 4 equity markets and the 2 commodities, gold and crude, that we follow here. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, thanks for watching. If you're a regular subscriber, thank you. If you're seeing it for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, like and follow us here on YouTube. Check out our Facebook page at GTraderPro. Also check out the website, GTraderPro.com. And most importantly, join our Discord, free Discord server at GTraderPro. You can check that out. The link is on here on the YouTube page or on our Facebook page or on our website. Link is all over the place. Come and join the Discord channel. Check it out. You get free access to a number of our paid products for several weeks, but the server itself is free of charge. Come on in and check out our daily chat. Check out our daily morning brief and the daily G-Trade call of the day. Check all that out. Appreciate you being here. Look forward to seeing you in either our Discord server or perhaps checking out our free trial for the live trading room. And you can also go to GTraderPro.com, take a look at our courses for training. We offer several different courses available for different level of traders. You might want to check that out if you're interested in what our methodology is. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.